Alright fellas, we're back in Pokemon Masters. We got ourselves the Super Sparring Evolutions Ranked Damage Challenge. Yes, we're doing it free to play first, and then I'll eventually upload my actual runs later. When? I don't know, sometime. But yeah, so I did this free to play, and I want to say these teams are not the most effective at all. I basically did them with my friggin' eyes closed. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Obviously, what a new player, free to play player, low spending play, any player should be aiming just for 1 million, right? Obviously you can aim higher than that if you want extra rewards or if you want to rank, go for it. I'm gonna do it, makes sense. But if you just want the bare minimum rewards, 1 million is extremely easy to get. And then ironically I found it easiest to go for the fairy and grass stages, considering at least grass's option is actually really good in spite of its being single target, and fairy has BP Valerie. That was pretty big for me. Ice is not bad if you have like Hala EX. That's the big one I would say. But I do not, and I am just using Getsis. I just went full single target on it. Ice is a lot easier, obviously, with Champion Red or something, or Eriott. Actually, doesn't this have reduced physical damage? Fuck, never mind, fuck Hala. Use BP Candace, I guess, honestly. Yeah, that they really screwed a lot of the strong physical ice attackers. You're honestly probably like better off using a like DPS character, like if you had like a 1 out of 5 Cena or something and you just wanted to use spam her buddy move. That honestly might be more effective than trying to like nuke with Getsis or go for BP Candace, even if you EX her, because Hail sucks so bad. Hail is so bad, man. It really is. So yeah, and obviously if you have like Champion Red against Cena or whatever, you're going to be winning anyway. You don't need a tutorial there. I use Getsis just for the last few points. Signasuit Misty. The free option is Signasuit Erica. Signasuit Erica is really, really good for this event. It's, what, sync damage, I think, on this stage? That's very easy. It's a single target stage. Signasuit Erica is one of the best free-to-play grass nukers. Other than her, I mean, depends on your options. Adaman's the one that's intended for the stage. Other than that, at least in my options, not too great. Signasuit Lyra is not bad if you can get the debuffs in a timely manner, because again, this is a speed test for the most part. If you really want to, you can probably just try spamming DPS or nukes with Brendan if you really wanted to, but again, I just use Signasuit Erica. She is EX'd, so just freaking keep that in mind. But for me, the easiest one to go for was Fairy, because it's multi-target, it's got no rules, and I've got an EX BP Valerie. If you have EX Valerie, similar case, probably just use her, or again, any like Fairy Striker you've got EXD. Like, New Year's Lisa kind of sucks because she's at least at 1 out of 5. Like, with dupes, she's more than serviceable enough for this stage, definitely, but 1 out of 5, probably not. Diantha's fine with dupes. Again, you want those as well. You want those for her. You want that devastation. It's good for her. Again, Valerie and BP Valerie for free options. Signasuit Nemoto will do well. Obviously, Gladion, God, and whatever other options there are. So, not too bad of rotation, honestly, for free-to-play players. Again, Grass, you got Signasuit Erica. Fairy, you've got both Valeries. Those are good options to try and get as many points as possible. And again, these are very inefficient teams. You can beef them up. Having someone like Chase, Champion Bianca, Champion Blue, Champion Rosa, any character that can apply like status like paralysis and sing spam or a buff evasion, stuff like that, that's going to be really helpful for these stages. I just used full free-to-play options and didn't really use any of that too much. So yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead out of the battles and get these 1 million points over with. Alright, so first battle I did was Fairy Week. I just figured this would be easiest with BP Valerie. I do not have Elio EX, so using his single first would be better because you get the support EX, but I don't have that, so it didn't happen. I did also grade Elio for like speed debuffs and speed buffs for the team, but I didn't end up needing it. Just Elio was fine on his own. It wasn't really a big problem. For Gage, I do have Head Start 1 on Colress. It doesn't really matter, just use another move with someone. It should be fine. It should be fine, right? Again, there's a decent bit of discrepancy here. I also did not use, I want to say I did not use any gear. My sync grids were suboptimal for a few characters. You could definitely make them better. And Getsis in the final run did not have Critical Strike 2. That would have been a pretty big help for that run. So just consider having gear makes a massive, massive difference in points. Literally could get a couple 100,000 more points just with actual fucking gear, and proper lucky skills, or just better characters, EX, Elio, that stuff. Like, that's the big ones for these. Obviously, strategy, debuff defenses at the start with Colress, make sure they're paralyzed so they've got minimal gauge, and sing spam with Elio because it is the fastest way to propel moves. Also, my Elio literally died in this run because of his lack of bulk from a lack of gear stats or a lack of EX. Yeah, that's about how much we struggled here. Best thing with BP Valor is that she's able to set super effective next upon using Swords Dance or just any status move, but Swords Dance is the only one she's got. Either way, being able to get the free the super effective next that way is very, very good, just because you don't need a support character to do it. It's pretty effective. My god, Elio. So if you've actually got gear, not only will you do more damage, but you'll actually enable Elio to survive longer, and this run will be a lot less tight, because I had to switch to Colress at the end, because again, Elio fucking died. Oh my god. Oh, it's so funny. I love that. Either way, yeah, this was a very easy run. You could get more of BP Valerie, no doubt about that. Again, run Cripple Strike 2, run Super Powered 3. Well, she's already got Cripple Strike 2. Run like Super Powered 3, run actual gear, whatever. You'll be fine. And we almost did not make it to our final Zing move here because Elio went down there. So just make sure your Elio, like, lives. My Colress would have been a better tank than Elio in this fight. That's funny. I don't know why they hit so hard. Damn. Whatever. Either way, finish off with an easy 557,000 points. Literally half of the points needed in one run. Granted, it's probably the easiest stage for me personally. And again, depending on your box or like what characters you've got, the other stages might be easier, might be harder than another, whichever, right? Grass is probably the most free. In terms of if you have EX, Fairy is probably the most easily accessible, I mean, as proven. But Grass is honestly not that bad either, especially if you're willing to take some time and make it work. My setup for Grass was really weird, as we're about to see here in a second. So yeah, very effective, very easy fight. Getting 1 million on these, don't stress too much about it. You'll get there, no doubt. Alright, second battle, Sigma Erica against Misty. Cool. This fight, not really effective. Barry's a fine enough character to spam with. Sunspore, we love that. Lyra, not a great support to really bring. Also, I did not get NPR on Sunny Day for Erica, and just wasn't a fantastic run in general. Didn't max out Erica's attack, so again, point being, a lot of room for improvement here. I didn't want to give Erica her attack, I don't want to use her trainer move after setting Sun because she gets gradual healing from it, which is just time wasted. So I didn't want to do it. That's all there was to it. I just didn't want to get the gradual healing, which is why her attack stayed at +5 for most of the fight. Realized Erica's nuke was not really super fantastic, so ended up just going for double support EX nuke here, which we did have Solarize gridded on Lyra, which was super helpful for maintaining Sun without having to just keep constantly setting Sunny Day, which is why I did set it earlier in the fight, and also to make sure Lyra could actually give all of her buffs to Erica. Granted, speaking, now that I look at it, honestly, probably would have just been better to hold off on using the Sunny Day at all, use the trainer move more. So, hindsight's 2020. Cool. Whatever. We got double support EX in here, 4 sync buffs, 6,500 damage, and the fight's already over halfway done. Finally getting to Erica's first sync move here. Good lord. I think I failed the crit on this one. Did I fail the crit? I think I did fail the I might not have been able to see Critical Strike 2 pop on the screen. Either way, I think I failed the crit on that one. That one did not do too much damage, especially compared to the second sync move here. This sync move here did quite a bit more damage. At least I believe so. That did like 87,000 first, I believe. How much does this one do? No. Maybe, no, actually, I think she was critting. Oh well, doesn't matter. Good enough. I mean, the character, she's good enough for doing this. I know she's been able to hit 1 million depending on other partners and other setups and whatever else, other things. But again, this is really kind of low budgety, no skill gear, relatively suboptimal grids and lucky skill, all that stuff. So obviously, not gonna have everything for it. Narrowly loses the Sun there before our last sync move, but wouldn't have been able to get it back up anyway and use the sync move, so it's not really that big of a deal, but again, if I would have played a bit better, I would have been able to get in another sync move with Sun Up, and it would have done a whole lot more damage. Would have been a lot less close on the final run. So it's whatever. 300,000 points is good enough. That's a third of what you need, and it's 3 fights. So whoopee. I do love that these. Honestly, I don't know if I really like or dislike that the damage challenges, these super sparrings only have massive rewards up to 1 million. Like, 50,000 points for one ticket's good enough, right? Especially when you're getting up to 5, 6, 7+ million points per stage, depending on how high you want to rank. But honestly, it would have been cool to get like 3 million baseline rewards, just because more candy coins and cake coins and tickets and maybe power-ups, whatever else would have been cool. Please. Either way, yeah, this setup could have definitely been altered and changed and worked a lot better. So just use other people's resources. It's far better for you. This one was just really brain dead if you really wanted to use it. Gets us. All right, let's do this. So Sycamore gets us and Melanie. I was running out of characters who could spam. So we have to rely on 30% paralysis procs on Dragon Breath gets us, which isn't that bad, so that's fine. And also horrible gauge until Sycamore Sync move. If you can pick up Head Start 1, the setup's better, but again, honestly, I think I'm to the point where I think that it is just better, honestly, to run a character that can spam an AoE attack by some method, like Cena's Icy Wind, or even Gets' Glaciate. I honestly think that'll net you more points than trying to actually utilize like a tech sync move. And again, special strike sync moves are what they're aiming for here, or strike the X roll like Champion Red. Obviously, it's promoting Cena if you don't have him, because Sprint Strike, very solid. Nuke, whatever. That's what they were aiming for with the release of that stage. Otherwise, it could have easily just been like Psychic Single Target. God, imagine. Either way. Actually, it would have been Psychic Single Target because there's not a Psychic Weak Evolution. Probably why they didn't do it. Anyway. So, yeah, this, again, Gets' nuke is not great. He wants speed debuffs, which we're not getting. That ain't going to not happen in this lifetime, Chief. And attack debuffs, he's got pecking order. So he wanted those multipliers, which we got the attack debuffs. That was it. Which is why I say it's probably just going to end up being better to spam Glaciate, because not only with Glaciate do you get speed debuffs to make the enemy have less actions, but also you're actually doing AoE damage, and you're getting powered up by it with his Hunter's Instinct and stuff like that. So might just be better to do that, though gauge with that might be pretty bad considering you're spamming Glaciate with a character pretty slow. Hiram's not the fastest thing in the world, so that's a little bit of a problem to handle, but I mean, whatever. It really doesn't matter. This was just trying to get an extra 130,000 points and call it a day. That's all that really was to it, and once we got this sync move in, that we were good. I wasn't really worried about it at all. There, see? This is the point where we can just spam Sing again, get to our final sync move, and be done with it. Get 1,065,000 points or something. That gives us all the rewards plus 1 ticket. You know, nice little bonus. We love it. Cool. Whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Just use a striker. Use a special striker of any kind that you may have EX, and it'll be fine. Use friggin' Price, and you might get better results. Yeah, try that one on for size. There's we get the free egg evolution if you want Glaceon. You know, pick up Glaceon for Ice Zone, and then there you go. You got yourself an ice buffer. You can probably see how that would work. See how DPS gets us or Price works for this event. Honestly, probably better than nuking gets us. So, yeah, whatever. Makes use of Sycamore's Adrenaline 1 for some sync countdown. Team Sharp Entry on both him and Melanie to be able to max Gets' crit extremely fast. And then also, when you use some Melanie's trainer move. There you go. Very simple. So that was the damage challenge for the Eevee Day stuff. Happy Eevee Day, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. And, of course, the content coming with, like, Eriott and I think the rerun of a banner. Yeah, Elaine and Penny's banner, right? Though I don't know what... Well, I know why Penny's rerunning, but could have rerun our event, too. Just add that to the pile of events we've got. Whatever. I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Good luck on your summons. Good luck on your skipping. Good luck on the damage challenge. Super sparring. Hope the free-to-play teams helped you. Again, these are not the most effective teams in the world. Do not use these and say, like, oh, yes, these are super optimized for runs. No, these are meant for people who need, like, certain amounts of resource investment, or, like, they're really just looking for a general reference, not really a team you should follow step by step. I mean, maybe like the fairy one's fine, but the grass and ice ones can definitely be upgraded or altered or whatever. those are not super effective. So it leaves a lot of room for improvement, which, you know, that is good discrepancy for people who may not have certain resources available to them or whatever, and they can still try and get as, you know, up to 1 million points. So yeah, I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace. Whatever.